Hello, friends, and welcome back to Beyer Music Resources and the Music Educator's Worksheet Generator. My name is Brad Beyer, and I'm here to take you through some of the basic features of the musical terms and symbols and rudiments tab right down here. And so let's take a look. So as usual, you can write in your title of the worksheet that you want. So let's say the terms worksheet. I don't care. Just a terms test for the day. For let's say 5:15. Why not? All right, and then of course, like many of the tabs, there are multiple different types of this worksheet that you can do. You can do a matching version of it and a write out the definitions version of it. Let's stick with the matching version for right now. You have your questions, you have your copies like normal, and then of course here we get to choose which kinds of terms or symbols or rudiments that we want to include. So we could do tempo, dynamics, expressive terms, articulations, etc. So let's do articulations, phrasings, and embellishments. And then we generate a worksheet. You can see that it pulls up a matching sheet where they have the numbers on the left with a blank line there, and on the right you have the letters with the definitions, and you simply have to match the definitions with their desired lines. Now, if you do a lot of questions, that does mean you're going to have to go back and forth potentially between two pages, so it might be good to print this off with two pages separately rather than on one page front and back, so like students aren't going through that. But if you only did, if you only did fewer than that, let's say you only did 8 terms for a quick quiz that you're doing, then of course they would all fit on one page there, and you can have that a nice easy thing to look at there. But it's totally up to you how you want to format that. So, and of course I could do that like before. There are custom combinations that you can choose. So let's say I wanted to do tempo markings and harmony and chords, and there's also percussion rudiments, which we'll show you here. This is just identifying the names of percussion rudiments with small variations of them. Not variations, but just small depictions of them on this page. So let's do a few of these, and we'll do more questions this time. So we'll generate the worksheet, and here's some of those percussion rudiments that you can see with different stickings and whatnot, and then they show up within that same context there, and you can just match them to their correct picture or definition. All right, and then let's quickly also go look at the write out the definitions, where the same kind of things will show up on the left. It'll just be a straight line for the students to write in the definitions on the right-hand side. So that's a pretty simple version of that as well if you want to test them a little bit more of their full knowledge with their vocabulary and such. So this is the musical terms and symbols and rudiments tab. I hope you find some value with it for your students. And if you do, consider sharing some of these pages, these socials, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or any of these places where you find this video. Consider sharing it with your friends, and some of your colleagues would be wonderful. We're trying to pass the word to help educators all around the country and even the world to be able to have access to some of these tools. So thanks for listening, and have a great day.